Hello everybody, welcome on into our SuperSim Google Sheets tracker. Thank you so much for your interest in using my tracker. What you're going to do when you get this file, wherever your downloads go, that is what you're going to find the file right here. We're going to double click on it and it is going to open up a PDF. And what you need is a free Google account. This link will lead you to the sign up if you don't already have one, but most people already do. And then we are going to access your tracker by clicking on this image right here. So easy peasy. And it will launch this. And the first thing you're going to need to do is, I'm going to resize it because I don't normally work on this screen. Just for this recording, is you're going to need to make a copy for yourself. You can name it whatever you want, make a copy, and then it is yours to edit. You will have access to everything. But here is the breakdown. So if you ever want to revisit this video tutorial, if you have questions, this is the link where you're going to find that. Here's our color key if you ever wondering what color does what. This tells you right here. Here is our quick links. Same down here at the bottom, the navigation. It basically does the same thing. Just note this is not a final version. It is almost finished, almost going to be put up available, but right now I'm just doing some finishing touches. So that if you see anything that's not in the final version, that is not unexpected at this point. I always like to keep a few things so you can check the latest version, and how you'll do that is you'll go back to that original this, and you're going to launch it again and launch a new one. Basically that's how you're going to get the new updated version. You will have to open it up and do it that way. Nice and easy. So keep that file. You're going to want to have access to it to refresh to the latest version whenever I do an update, which is usually pretty promptly after a pack releases. Our side navigation here, if you don't want to look at all of this stuff, I've tried to include a lot of customization on this, just so users it can be as user friendly as possible. If you have questions, feedback, requests, anything like that, the link is right here. It's going to launch a link like this, and you would fill that out, give your comment, feedback, whatever, and hit submit. So that is always right there on the very first sheet. If you find errors, I know folks have reached out through that. That is perfect. So for the SuperSim, I have this to be as flexible as possible. So you're going to check any of the packs that you have and don't have should be reflected here, and the whole spreadsheet should account for that. So you're going to make your choices. Whatever they happen to be, and it will factor things out for you. Now, if you wanted to play just the base game SuperSim, even if you have all of the packs, you can do that. If you wanted to play just the adult, you can do that, and everything should filter according to that. So however you want to use this, it should be flexible to accommodate all of that. Now down here we have a ton of options for it to be included in your totals or not. So we have our collections. Do you want to include the collections in your completion percentage? Do you want to include the positivity posters? All of these have little hints. If you don't know what they might mean, you can just roll on over your mouse on over and it will tell you, so that you can decide what you want to include. I do have, for example, all of the occults here are listed. Do you want to include having all of the powers that are possible as part of the challenge? Degrees. If you have Discover University, how many of those degrees do you want to do? Do you want to be required to have them with honors? Do you want to do the mixologist? So there are so many options here. And as you can see, If we go on over to, whoops, that one's not filtering correctly. We'll fix that up before the final release, of course. But right now we have everything filtered out except for the adult phase. If you want to change that, you can change it back and it will populate everything depending on your choices. So at any time, if you change your mind, that's okay too. So this first page is our sim profile. This is going to have their basic general information. If you chose on the setup page, you want to do the inherited traits from pre-birth. So if you want to try and work at getting your dormant wolf or your spellcaster bloodline, that is all going to be right here. Any of these pull downs that you see that are in blue, they're going to have choices for you already populated, so it will be nice and quick and easy for you to fill out. I have everything checked right now just so I can show all of the tutorial, and I'm still in the testing phase, just so I can see all the data points and everything. So right now you see pretty much everything is checked. But when you get your copy, everything will be unchecked, of course, because you have to complete it yet. But basically, this has many different ways for you to see all the data. Let's say I don't have, I want to do infant toddlers, I want to do all the life stages, but I don't have growing together. Well, it's going to blank out all of the milestones and things that are related to all of that. So you don't have to worry about that. So my goal up here is basically when I age up, I'm going to earn that reward trait, and I'll choose whatever it is. And then I know that I've completed that. But if we go back and turn on growing together, all of a sudden I have 35 goals because of all of the milestones. And so again, this spreadsheet is super flexible depending on whatever packs you have. It will accommodate whatever choices you've made and track it accordingly. So we have, again, our milestones here, our aspirations are all going to be listed here. We also have any of the additional traits, like here are our purchase reward traits from earning the points. And I do have all of these pack icons, so you know which pack that it comes with. If you don't like these icons, if they're distracting to you, I also do have that as one of our options. We're going to toggle this right here. The spreadsheet icons, as you saw, these all disappeared. They're all gone from here. I personally like the icons, but I know a lot of people might find it very distracting, so I wanted to have that option as well. Over here is our fame as well. So here is our fame perks. I believe you can only have 11 and you max out, even though there are more options than that. So I've tried to reflect that. It won't go over 11. And then if you get any quirks, you can document them right here. And then I always tried to, if possible, include the number, how many you've earned out of the final goal, but also a percentage. So that is typically on every heading. We do have this preferences section. If you want to document, yep, my sim likes this, my sim dislikes that, that is always an option for you to keep track of. It doesn't factor into the percentage, the final percentage of completion, but I wanted to have a place for players to document any of that if they wanted to. I also have included mod area. If you have skills or anything like that that you want to that are mods that you also want to include, you can list them here. I can't factor them into the equation, but what it's going to give you is it's, you know, if you check these off, let's say I have a ballet mod and I've maxed that, then I'm going to hit my check mark, and so it will reflect how many sort of mod related things we've added and completed, and a notes section as well for everything in case you want to make notes about any of this. Now we have our skills, talents, and degrees page. Pretty self-explanatory. I have everything broken down by Age, this is Skills Child Plus, so children can learn all of these skills. So I have included them. If you want to wait until you're a young adult to complete them all, that's fine too. But since they are doable by children, I've included them here. Similarly to the teen stage, the majority of the skills are going to be in the teen stage, and the only one that teens and younger can't do is the parenting skills. So that is here in the young adult stage. We have our degrees. Depending on what you chose in the first setup page will reflect what our goals here are. Now I haven't chose that second one, and so we're going to have to go here. Do I want to have to earn the degrees with honors? Okay, well, so that's going to reflect that right here. Here is our occults, so you can track all of your occults. Now again, going back to this, if you don't have the vampires pack, it's going to take vampires out of that, so you don't even have to worry about that. Again, I have a section for our mods. Works the same just as the other page, and our notes. And then our careers and activities is this page. So this is going to be after school activities, professions, careers, and then any businesses. On that setup page, did you choose, I want to track earning all of our small business perks with the upcoming, at the time of this recording, upcoming businesses and hobbies pack? If you do, that is going to be loaded here. I haven't filled them in yet because I don't know what the perks are yet. The pack's not out, but I do have that listed here. Another thing to note is, again, in our key, these yellow ones are going to auto populate. If you go back to our info page, sorry, we're jumping around a lot. This checkbox will autofill. So if you ever have a question, if you're like, why can't I click on that? Of course, you can reach out to me, click that feedback page, send me a message. I will get back to you, but the key is definitely the first place to look. This is going to auto-populate. When we get to that max level of Drama Club, it will fill it in for us. Similarly, these ones, cheer team member on Sim Profile, in the teen section, it's going to auto-fill in the cheer champion for you. So this box you won't be able to click. It's going to autofill that in for you when you've completed it over here. And what else do we have? Clubs. If you want to, on the setup page, if you choose, yep, I want to track all of the club perks, make sure I earn all of them before I'm done with this challenge, that can be factored in. For the careers, you can choose to have one branch, to be required to do one branch, or do both career tracks. So in order to do that, in order to do both, you have to either use a mod like MCC, get famous job offers, your Discover University degrees, or normally without any of those, you would only be able to choose one. So I do have that option. So you would uncheck that if you're only going to do one. And basically, it's going to only allow you to click one. So if I am in the astronaut career, if I don't have both toggled, when I choose one, it's going to take the other one away. So it should be really easy to track. But if we did want those both back on, you'll see my goal jumped from 56 right now, and then it was 33. So it's half of the careers basically, but there's a few freelance ones in there, so it doesn't work out completely evenly, but you get the idea. So when I have both, then you're able to click both. So everything, like I said, should auto-generate for you. It should be really nice and easy. Now, if you're choosing to do collections, we have all of the collections right here. I do have this handy dandy easy navigation. You can click on it and it will jump right to the section that you're looking for. I find that much easier to use, so I implemented it in my Not So Berry spreadsheet, and I brought it on over when I was creating this one. Again, let's say I don't have life and death. So on my setup page, if I have not toggled that, it's going to take all of these out, and my total will reflect that. So everything, again, nice and easy for you to customize to how you want to play it, how you want to do your Super Sim challenge. This is achievements and miscellaneous. This is the in-game achievements area. You can track that if you want to. Again, all of this is on a toggle, whether or not you want to include it. The horse awards. Do you want to be required to earn all of these awards? That seems like something for a Super Sim, but maybe somebody doesn't want to do it, or somebody doesn't have Horse Ranch. Then that wouldn't be included. Death types. Do you want to try to do all of the death types in your game? Food stall recipes. Now these are recipes that your sim can learn by eating. I know there's a lot of hidden recipes and such. I have some of them here. If you have any suggestions about more to add to this, let me know. But most of these are all you're going to learn by eating. Track that or not. So that's totally up to you. And then on our final page here is all of our stats. Our progress dashboard. So you're going to see your overall progress here, depending on your choices that you've made on the setup page. That will be reflected here. How much of the infant stage you've completed, all by age: toddler, child, teen, young adult. Here's our breakdown of a percent, but also of how many you have to do, depending on your choices. The collections, if you've chosen to do them. And then we also have our degrees. If you're doing the Discovery University degrees, depending on how many you've chosen, and the other choices. General, like our Soul's Journey. Now we have life and death turned off, so that's not going to be reflected here. But if I did want to do the Soul's Journey and I had life and death, then that will give us our numbers. And so on. Our mods completed here. All just kind of various stats for you to look at. And that will all autofill in for you. So if you have any questions, please, again, go back to that info page right here or down at the bottom. Please reach out to me. Let me know if you have any suggestions, feedback, comments, any of that. And again, thank you so much for your interest in my spreadsheet. Have a great day.